bit of yeah, let me share a little bit about me. My name's like sir mentioned, my name is Sharat Sharma. I have been in the space of training, speaking, coaching for almost about 12 years now. I had the privilege of authoring a book called The One Invisible Code, which is a bestseller. Last year, 20 September, we released the book and we went on to sell a lot of copies of it. Just a quick intro about me, just to be sure that you are in the right place. My story is I started off selling crackers at the age of 17. When I was probably younger than you guys, at the age of 17, I borrowed her money from my mother and I said, okay, you know what, I want to do some crazy stuff. And I put a cracker stall. And incidentally, we don't know how the cracker thing works. We got beaten up by the police guys, right? We just have to let go of that entire crackers. We got beaten up by police. Then I went on to start my catering business. I still remember I borrowed 100 rupees from my mother. I went on to print some business cards from in one of the places in Hyderabad, right? And I started doing catering business. We did pretty well, and then I started a fast food center. All of this gave me some great experience because this was something that I did not learn in the books, right? This is something that I experienced in life, right? No rule book was given to me, no formula was given to me. I just did it on my own. I failed. I learned a lot of things during this phase, but then I said, okay, I need to study because my parents said, you have to finish off your graduation, post graduation. I did MBA in HR, then I did MSc in psychology, right? And during this time, I worked with a company called Virtusa India Private Limited, which is in Hyderabad. I was heading their India location, right? Couple of locations in India. Then I worked with a company called Broadridge. And during this phase, somebody told me, hey, you know what? If you really want to make it big, you need to have gray hair or no hair, right? Somebody told me this. I had no gray hair. I had no question of, no hair. So I went back to the corporate world. I did some work in the corporate sector until 2013. And 2013 on, I started my own company and I own two companies right now. I am Human Capital Consulting and SimplifySales.com. During this phase, if you see a lot of books, I read over 200 books. I had some amazing conversations with some global mentors like Les Brown, Brian Tracy's and all that. And life has not been the same. Now, I'm sharing all of these for a reason. I'm sharing this because, all of these are the things that have happened, right? I'm sharing all of this because the thing that I'm going to share with you right now, the thing that I'm going to talk about right now, it's not something that is from the book, right? It is not something which is theoretical. It is not something that it's a lot of people come and say, hey, you know what, write down SMART goal and your life will be really good. No, that it doesn't work that way. Go become a go-getter in life. It doesn't work that way. Motivation is good. I'm going to give you some motivation, but motivation lasts only for some time. But you really need to simplify things in life and get some actionables. My attempt today is to give you some actionables which will make your life a little easier, make your career choices a little easier, make rest of your life the best of your life. For that, I'm going to make a little attempt. Is that okay with you guys? Would that interest you? If I give you some simple solutions which will help you take your career to the next level, okay? Take your life to the next level. Would that be of interest to you? If yes, give me a yes in the chat section. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, please give me a yes in the YouTube as well. I'm watching the YouTube as well on my other machine. Super, super, brilliant, brilliant. I can see responses, right? I need more responses, guys. I need some energy. I need some energy back, right? Superb. Divya says, Bhargavi, Rupini, superb. Now, this is the kind of interaction that we want to have, right? So let's begin. And let me ask you a very fundamental question. How many of you have some big dreams in your life? If you really have some big dreams, what is stopping you from pursuing the dreams? I believe that each of you have a lot of potential. Everyone who's listening out there has a lot of potential which they have not tapped. It is an untapped potential. We want to have the best of our house. We want to have a best of the cars. We want to have the luxurious life. We also have the potential. Then why do we get stuck? Why do we get stuck in life? Why do we, even if having all the potential, why don't we achieve the results that we want to achieve? Those, the Ambanis and the Birlas and the Tatas, are they different? Do they have some extra, extra capabilities which we don't have? What is stopping us to play the game at the best level possible? I have this question for you, right? You have a dream. Ambani's and Tata's and Birla's had a dream, right? If you talk about Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg or all of them, they started off with a dream, right? All the great people in the world, all the greats like, sportsmen like MS Dhoni's, or, Mike Tyson, or Ronaldo, Messi, and all of them, right? They started off with a dream. But somewhere in between, something happens because of which some people go off track and some people achieve the dream. Now, my question to you is, what is stopping you from achieving your dream? Firstly, do you have a dream? And if you have a dream, what is stopping you from achieving your dream? Please use the comment section and let me know. What is stopping you? What do you think stops people? There is no difference between MS Dhoni and the person who is playing that street cricket. There is no difference. They have the same kind of mind. They have the same kind of 2 hands, 2 legs. They have everything similar. But what happens? Why do they don't play their potential? But we get social issues, okay, in our society. Nandini says that. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Nandini, for sharing that. How about others? Why do we get stuck? See, I can go on and on. I want to use the interactive way of learning. Let's hear it from others as well on YouTube. If you're there, what stops us? What stops us from achieving our dreams? Think about it for a moment. What is that one thing that if you can change today, a lot of things will fall in place? You can probably be the next, the Ambanis or the Birlas. The family background, the economic background. Okay, let's see if that is the truth. Let me begin by sharing some insights. And now some of these insights are from my book, right? Most of the people that I know, they think that life is going to be like this. With time, the results are going to only skyrocket, right? Life is going to be pretty easy. I get my, education done. I get my engineering degree done. I apply for a job, and all the Googles and the MTech, Tech Mahindras and all these big companies will give me the job, and my life is going to be set. My life trajectory is going to be like this, always on the top, always going upward. Most people have this expectation. But the fact is, the reality is this. Every time in your life, when you are going upwards, there will be a time when you have to change yourself. What you are learning in your, in your engineering will not be valid for another 2-3 years. After that, you need to learn again, right? After 5 years, what you learned after 2 years will not be valid. So there will be another change point in your life. We don't change. There will be another time when there will be a change point in our life. We don't change. And the more we resist changing, the more we stop ourselves from changing, life is over. Life is heading nowhere after that. Most people don't want to change. Most people don't want to change their attitude. They don't want to change their mindset. And they think the world will give them everything that they want. If you really want to reach whatever level you want to reach, you have to learn that change is the only thing that is constant in the world. That's the fact of life. What happens? Most people, what do most people do when they don't want to change? Can somebody guess? What happens when most people don't want to change? They do something called I know everything. They say, hey, I know everything. That's it. And what is I know everything? And I've seen this with the vice presidents of the company, the CEOs of the companies, right? I've seen with the entry-level executives. I've seen with so many people. They have this disease called I know everything. My life is like this. I am from a poor economic background. I am from this. I'm from that. Dhoni is from a poor background, right? Ambani's were from a poor background. All the great stories that we get influenced by are from poor background only. Right? But they did not accept that as the reality of life. They changed faster. They put in more effort. Right? All the things that your mind is telling, hey, you know what? I don't know English. I am not from a wealthy background. All of that is just your mind trap. If you change that mind trap, if you change your mindset, a lot of things will fall in place in your life. The first lesson that I want you to take back today is change is the only essence of life. And most people don't want to change. Most people resist change. Most people hate changing themselves. You go and tell your friend, hey, let's say your friend's name is Srinivas, and you say, hey, Srinivas, you got to change yourself, and then you will get, you got to dress yourself a little better. You have to speak a little bit English, learn English in 90 days. You will crack all the interview. Srinivas doesn't want to change, but he wants a great job in Google or, all these big companies, but he doesn't want to go and learn. But he says, hey, I know na jeevitam ante, right? Nak the radu job radu, right? They keep saying that. If you don't change, and especially your mindsets, which I will talk about in a while, if you don't change yourself, nothing is going to change in your life. The first and the foremost lesson. Can you type that down? Remember this lesson. Change is the only thing that is constant. Please type it down in the chat section. And by the way, let me tell you this. Let me tell you right now, when we are going through this session, there are some people who have just switched on the, their mobile device or the laptop, and they are just watching it for the sake of watching it. You have to change that behavior also. You have to change that behavior. You cannot just get stuck. If you don't change your behavior, and if you expect great results, your college will do so much, your family will do so much, but after that, it is you who has to change. How many of you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Give me a thumbs up there. Give me a thumbs up there. Give me a thumbs up in the chat section, or say yes. Say yes. Change is the only thing that is constant. Please get this message, guys. Right? I did not change for a long time. For a long time, I thought, I have an MBA degree, I have an MSc degree. And the first job that was given to me, I remember I was working with this company called Virtusa India Private Limited. It was year 2014, right? I applied for the 2015 December, right? I applied for the job. They gave me internship. And the first job that they gave me was to manage library. I had this little thing called ego. Oh, I have an MBA degree. I am MSc in psychology, double master's degree. How can you give me a library position? But then my mentor came and put a hand on my shoulder and said, Sharath, start small, right? Doesn't really matter, right? From there, if you show your potential, the world will give you the opportunities. And from there, I grew into an executive, senior executive, assistant manager, handling the Asia location for Virtusa. Right? Isn't that an amazing journey? But if I had that ego, right, I would not have, done whatever I have done today. I also remember in 2013, this ego keeps coming in. Ego doesn't allow you to change. We don't like the word ego, but that's the fact of life, right? It doesn't like you to change. 2013, when I left the job, I thought I know everything. I can figure out, oh, I know how to train people. I know how to motivate people. Right? I can easily change the mindset of people. But 2013 to 2015, no money. Right? When there is no money, then you realize that, you're useless. Right? Again, I met my mentors. Again, they made me realize, Sharath, you think that you know everything, but you don't know a lot of things. After having double master's degree in 2013, I again went and got educated. Again, read a lot of books. Again, did so much of a research, so much of mentoring from thousands of people. That's where I am, wherever I am today. I'm still not like the place that I want to reach, but the only essence is I'm changing myself every day. That's how things will become better. That's my humble request to you. First thing is to change yourself, right? The more you change yourself, the better you would become. Now let's go back and see practically what happens. Right now, we are here to understand about potential. Now, let me give you a simple formula. Since most of you are engineers, right? If you want to perform extremely well in any area of your life, your performance is equals to potential minus resistance. Remember this formula forever in your life. Remember this formula. First lesson is change is the only essence. Second thing is your performance is equals to potential minus resistance. Now, let me give you an example here. Let me give you an example. Now, most of you have seen car. Maybe you have driven cars. Now, most of the cars, if you have a little decent high-end car, the speedometer on the car, right? What is the speedometer? What does it indicate? The speed at which we can go. What is the highest number that you have seen on the speedometer? Can somebody type and tell me? What is the highest number on the speedometer? Whether it is bike or a car. Highest number on the speedometer. Come on, I'm waiting for the answer. Okay, 160, 180. Right now I can see some answers coming in. Others, there are about 98 people, right? If you leave the faculty, we are about 90 plus, right? 180, right? 140, right? Now, if you look at car, it has up to 240, right? If you look at a bike, it is about 140, 150, depends on different kind of bikes. But my question to you is, now the car manufacturer is saying that we can take the car up to 240, or we can take bike up to 200 or whatever number. But why are we not able to drive at that level? Is it a manufacturing problem? Why are we not able to drive at 240 or whatever speed that they are mentioning? Again, give me some answers in the chat section. The car has the capacity to go up to 240 kilometers per hour. That's what the speedometer says. That's the potential of the car. Right? Yes, it is highly risky, but that's the potential of the car. But why are we not able to drive at that level? In city conditions, what is the maximum speed can I drive at? Yes, some of you are saying there is high risk, right? There is fear. Okay, we can drive at 40, right? We can drive at 90. Why? Why is it 40 or 90? 60, 50, right? So you're giving me numbers, but my question again, why are we driving at 40, 50, 60, 70? Why? What is one of the reason why it is why we are not able to drive? Think about it. Is it because the car is bad, or is it because of other reasons? Now you're giving me the answers. More crowd, right? There are safe zones. There are speed breakers. There are red signals. All of these does not allow the car to move beyond 80. Move beyond 80. There are speed breakers. There are red signals. There is traffic. There is all kind of resistance. There is all kind of resistance that stops the car from driving at the highest speed possible. It is an external resistance. Now take the same car and put it on a highway. Can I drive the same car on a highway at 120 and 140? I'm asking you. Right? Nandini says yes. The car did not change. The conditions changed. Right? Now, there are resistance on the city roads. There is no resistance on the highway. If the highway there is no crowd, there is no red signal, you can zoom in. Similarly, we have a lot of potential within us. Lot of potential within us. But what happens, like I'm going back to my formula, we have a lot of potential, amazing amount of potential. Each one of you who are listening to me have great potential. But we all face a lot of resistance. Now, there are two types of resistance. I'm just going to bold it, right? There's resistance. There is mental resistance, right? Which is the biggest problem. Fear is a resistance here, right? There is people. What will people think? What will society think? Resistance. I cannot do it. I don't have the skill. The problem is potential. It's not a resistance, right? The potential is you can learn and improve your potential, right? If you want to improve your performance, you have to improve your potential and reduce the resistance. If you really want anything great in life, all you need to do is work on the simple formula. Lack of action is what lack of action will, that's a typo. Lack of action is what kills the potential, right? And lack of mindset is, you need to really work on it. You need to remove the mindset as well. You need to work on the mindset as well. Let me explain this a little more. Now, you want finance, you want money to become better. right? What will I do? I will improve my potential by learning. I will remove the resistance by having a mindset of investment. Most people today, they get the whatever they get, what do? They spend, right? A rich person invests the money, poor person spends the money, right? I will work on my mindset and remove the resistance. When I do that, my money will perform a little better, right? I want to improve my job performance, right? When you get a job, what do? I improve my potential by training and learning, right? If I'm learning Java, .NET and all that, which are outdated technologies, I need to learn more stuff. I will improve my potential on anything. Like today, machine learning is everything, right? I will improve my potential by training myself. I will reduce the resistance by working on my mindset. How many of you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Give me a thumbs up there. Give me a thumbs up there if you're able to understand, and give me a yes there in the chat section. Give me a yes. I understand, right? So if you understand the formula, if you understand, change is the only essence in my life. If I understand this formula, I need to work on my potential. I need to work on my mindset. I need to work on my potential. I need to work on my mindset. Nothing can stop you. These are the only two things. I see some of the hands going up. I will take the questions towards the end. I will for sure answer all your questions. Again, if you're watching me on YouTube, please go ahead and leave me a message saying, yes, I understand it. All you need to do is live this formula. Tomorrow, if your performance is lower, if you are not able to deliver the results that you want, all you need to do is work on two things: improve potential, eliminate the resistance, make the car better, and remove the speed breakers, right? Make the car better or remove the speed breakers. If I do both, my performance increases and goes to the next level, right? Isn't that very, very simple? If I understand this, any given moment I'm stuck, I need to only do these things, right? How many of you think it is simple? Again, tell me in the chat section. Is it simple? Is it simple to understand? Is it simple to now apply? Anytime I'm stuck in exams also, if I'm not able to perform better, I need to learn. I need to eliminate the resistance. I need to improve the potential. I need to remove the resistance. Most resistance comes from the mindset. Most potential becomes better by learning new things, right? Any aspect of your life, you can apply this. And the more I apply this formula in my life, the more I become better, right? I want to, so let's take an example. Let me ask you a question. How many of you want to, let me ask, how many of you want to be a good public speaker? Give me a yes if you want to. You want to be an influencer, you want to be that, motivational speaker, or you want to do some great stuff in your life, right? And inspire a lot of people, right? So many of you are putting your hand up. Now, again, when you want to become a motivational speaker, what do you do, right? Speaker performance is equals to potential, right? Train yourself to be a good speaker. You're not born as a speaker, right? You learn, you polish the skills, you understand what works, what doesn't work, when to increase the voice, when to lower the voice. All of that, when you learn, things become magical. And then there is resistance. You need to constantly work on your mindset, whichever area of your life that you are in. You have to constantly work on your mindset, right? By the way, do you think that I had some kind of a mindset when I started the session? Do you think I had fear? Do you think that I had fear? Give me a yes or a no in the chat section. I also had fear. You think that I don't, but I also had fear. Biggest of the people in the world have fear. If you have fear, it is good. It means that you are anxious. You want to do something good, right? But how do you use that fear is in your hands. How do you channelize that fear is in your hands, right? All of us have fear, even including me, including the biggest of the people in the world. Dhoni also has fear when he goes and plays the cricket, right? All the biggest guys have the fear. Amitabh Bachchan, when he's doing the movies, even for 50 years, he still has fear, right? So how you use that fear, how do you work on your mindset is something that works for you, right? Right. So number one lesson that we learned is change is the only thing that is constant. Number two is the performance formula. I want you to type it down in the chat section so that you will remember it. Or if you're making notes, please write it down on your notes, right? But I want you to type in the chat section. Number one, change. Number two, improve performance, right? Two lessons that we learned so far.